Okay, now here's the CNC jobs, CNC programmer jobs anyway. Those pay on average 26 bucks an hour, for Tulsa, for 71 salaries, so it's not bad. Um, and of course, the problem with CNC is that it's something I'm familiar with, but I'm not, that experienced with it, particularly the higher level stuff. So I'd have to find something that's almost entry level. But you can look at, this is a standby personnel staffing company, but it's 22 bucks an hour. But, you look at some of the schedules on some of these jobs, they're outrageous, they're 10, 12-hour shifts. So, that's why I don't know that I'd even want a CNC related job. Because of that, and it's hard to get relevant experience unless somebody's willing to train you. And they may be, because again, if you want a programmer, I'm a computer programmer, for crying out loud. So, in other words, I can get good at it. I might even be able to automate some of your stuff if for some reason, because I still don't understand why these guys, okay, are kind of doing all this detailed stuff. I mean, why do you need somebody that's like able to program in G code? That's what this implies. But at any rate, some of these you might be able to just get lucky and get you a job in, is why I bring it up. But, I don't know why these people are ostensibly, because again, it leads you to believe that people are programming in G code. Well, why the hell would anybody be doing that in this day and age with CAM packages out there? I don't get it, and it must be if they're doing something specialized. Well, what you probably really need is a real computer programmer working for you so you can automate the process. So you wouldn't require somebody that's proficient in G code necessarily to run your machines. So, again, I may be just what some of these guys are looking for, and I'm thinking that might be a given, an angle to pursue on some of these jobs if you want to pursue a CNC type job, because that's the skill you have that a typical CNC operator wouldn't have. Okay, is being an actual computer programmer, and this is right down my alley. I can make programs that generate G code, etc. So anyway, but that's just kind of the thought that crossed my mind, is why the hell are there jobs out there for this? I'm not quite sure. But at any rate, my point is that any rate, you know, jobs like this I think I could probably pull off. Um, but again, I think that angle, you know, that I talked about would be the best. But again, I still say, you know, I'd have to consider it very carefully given some of the shifts these guys advertise. I mean, some of them, you know, seem to be intent on, you know, massive amounts of overtime and everything else, and I don't know about that. On the other hand, if you're getting paid by the hour, overtime might not be so bad, making, you know, 33 bucks an hour. But, you know, I think it's something I could probably do. It's just that, you know, it still has to be kind of from an entry-level standpoint to some extent. But since you have value-added skill, it may make them inclined to give you a try. So, you know, it's one of those things that it's a possibility that I could get a job in this area. But again, a lot of these jobs, you know, are, you know, still they deal with like different controls and so forth that I'm just not familiar with. Unfortunately, I never got around to buying some of those machines. So, you know, but I could definitely meet the physical requirements here. High school CNC programming experience required. You know, but like I said, like Cadiad and Vericut, I don't know anything about those, nor do I know this. But at any rate, I'm still not ruling it out as a possibility. I'm just trying to, just want to survey what's out there right now. Now, this Nordum, you know, has a bunch of weird jobs with all kinds of different areas. But don't know what they pay. Another Nordum. Programmer Senior. See, this is Programmer 1, but because a lot of these are for CNC operators slash programmers. You know, if it's standing for prolonged periods of time, I don't know about that. And they say that, you know, twice, so. But at any rate, yeah. But they have 10, like, huh, this is done differently, that's weird. But anyway, they apparently have 4 entry level, 2 mid level, 1 senior level. I'm going to look at those in a minute. Like safety has 1. Yeah. Anyway, this is an example of a job I could probably apply for, but again, don't know how much it pays, but it's not out of the question. Probably a lot, but that's an example too where SolidWorks would come in handy. But again, you know, if you have certain entry-level skills, like you focus on SolidWorks and some things like that, that can still lead to, you know, expanded career options. Yeah, but I don't. Funk, aniline. I don't have 5 years experience, that's for sure. At any rate, they're not very descriptive. Some math involved. Yeah. Yeah, CNC machinist 1 year, that's practically entry level. Because I might qualify for that, but maybe. At any rate, that's a possibility. Still don't know what the fuck they pay, though. Now here's one, and these standby personnel companies are the ones that advertise salaries. That's still below what I need, but it is a temp company. 3+ years. You know, it's hard to believe, you know, what these guys pay, because like I said, it seems like the salaries have definitely dropped in the last 10 years for this sort of thing. I tell you, jobs like that used to pay much more. And here's the end of it. And these have already expired, so but you can go to jobs in Tulsa, you know. This 500 manufacturing jobs, really? Again, so few of these people actually advertise the salary. It's not cool. 15 to 17, hiring weekend shifts, 5 years of experience. You know, they don't pay very well these days. But I guess the equipment does most of the work, right? So this is not a skill that it used to be, but still. veg. What? What's a salvagini? Salvagini. You know, because I still think about jobs like this, and I think about the types of people that apply for them, and I say, well, they're usually not up to my caliber. So, you know, that's why I also think you might have some kind of an advantage if you wanted to go in this direction. Again, most of them aren't engineers or anything. Most of them are, you know, again, you know, high school level education, you know. So, so with that, high school level of education, you got to think what kind of caliber employees are going to be in here. Honestly, not people with, much between their ears, I'd imagine. I could be wrong about that, but I doubt it. Most of these jobs don't require any kind of degree or anything. But this stand for 95% of work at shift hours. That's out of the question. Work below freezing, or at any rate, I doubt that I'd want to go for this. But the standing part's right out of the question, and that's not uncommon. That's very descriptive. Can you give me a pay rate? Staying for 10 to 12 hours a day. That's saying, it sounds like sweatshops to me. Tulsa, holy shit. Wouldn't want to have to drive out there every day. At any rate, I don't know, if you're going to want to go for jobs like that, but this is almost nothing here on Monster. Inspection tools required, so you got to bring your own tools. Again, no pay rate information here. You know, like 7 a.m. Let's see. This isn't bad. It's actually an 8-hour shift. Diesel. Oh, it's overtime. Great. My favorite. Cash drawings. May 10th. Keep in mind it's May 12th right now. I've seen jobs like this. Try CNC and see what that yields. 112 jobs that involve CNC. Jeez. $104 of them pay $25,000 plus. 13 of them pay $45,000 plus. Ugh. I don't want to smoke break again. But at any rate, you know, those are well, I own a sheet metal brake, but it's not automated. Two gauge up to fourth. Wow, that's thick. 18 to 21 DOE. So it's like I said. I mean, you could probably qualify for something like this if you wanted to. And see, lathe 18 to 24. When that winch comes, probably one you applied for back way back when. Maybe not. You know, the only thing I say about some of these machinist jobs, though, is like I said, you may need to go to Votech or something equivalent. I don't know. You know, stand 8 or 10 hours a day. But at any rate, you know, some of these jobs could be right down your alley. It's just, it's got, you know, there's possibilities. McElroy, the place where Target used to be. 10, 12-hour shifts. And work overtime. But at any rate, my point is, some of these jobs pay quite well, but look at this too. Staying for long periods of time. Fuck that. But, you know, I'm just saying anyway, these are possibilities. You know, it's kind of a United States. 13 hours ago, and then 20 days ago. Okay. And then you get jobs like this, you know, $12 an hour. I don't get it. Even manual machinists don't get paid that much these days. That's why I think it's more of a buyer's market than a seller's market. What kind of experience required? 12-hour shift. Jesus. Makes me wonder if these assholes have a high employee turn rate. I mean, they've got to, but who the fuck would want to spend 12 hours a day, on a 12-hour shift, I just don't get this. You're not going to be doing that much of that, if you're working 12-hour shifts. I mean, I still don't understand why these guys operate like that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like I said, this is something I'd probably consider applying for, but probably standing a lot. Shop help. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Bloodborne pathogens. what this is all about, but at any rate. At any rate, you know, it's not out of the question. You know, that some of these CNC jobs couldn't be I don't want more than $35,000 a year. Yeah, that is practically entry level right there. It pays well. I mean, some of these jobs do actually pay quite well. Wow, look at this. Manufacturing operations GM, 70 to 110 grand a year. Can't imagine what they'd want. Already looked at it though. I'm not really reading these over. I'm just kind of doing this for a survey for later on, because we've already looked at this. Okay, I'll stop it.